Animals aren't ours to imprison, gawk at, or touch. Yet thousands of them are kept caged in barren, filthy enclosures at roadside attractions. They're separated from their families and friends, all for the sake of human entertainment. But if you didn't already know, animals are awesome. From the love and loyalty of domestic pets in the home to the beauty and resourcefulness of those living in the wild, animals never cease to amaze us or make us laugh. Welcome everyone. In today's video, we're going to look at 15 interesting animal moments caught on camera. But before we proceed, if you're new to this channel, remember, go ahead and to hit the bell icon to subscribe so you won't miss the informative videos we will upload in the future. Now get ready and make sure to stay tuned till the end as we dive right into the video. Number 1. A best friend even after death. Dog spends 6 years by his owner's grave. The relationship between a dog and its owner can be really intense. And in the case of Capitan and Miguel Guzman, his owner, it transcended death. After Guzman died in 2006, his family lost track of Capitan. But on a visit to Guzman's grave, they found the dog again. He'd been living there for some time. And in fact, he refused to go home with his family. Instead, he spent the last 6 years living by Guzman's grave, with cemetery staff feeding and caring for him. Now that's a loyal pet. Number 2. The skin-feeding Caecilian. Following in the footsteps of the Suriname toad from French Guiana that implants its fertilized eggs into its skin, and the extinct Australian gastric brooding frog that would swallow its eggs so the tadpoles can develop in its stomach, some species of legless, worm-like amphibians called caecilians have developed a pretty unique technique for good quality parenting. When caecilian babies hatch from their eggs, they'll immediately start scraping off their mother's skin for food with their super sharp baby teeth. Their mother doesn't seem to mind. Once they've peeled her clean, the babies will fight over any leftover skin scraps, sometimes participating in a grotesque battle over the one piece. They'll do this for about a month after hatching until they're strong enough to go out on their own. Number 3. Sea hares use weaponized goo. Sea hares are a large genus of herbivorous mollusks that can weigh up to 2 kilograms. So called because of the large sensory rhinophores that sit on their heads like bunny ears, sea hares expel gooey ink secretions, which can not only repel and distract their predators, but can also mask their senses of smell and taste. Sea hares have 2 defensive glands in their mantle cavity. The ink gland sits on the roof of the cavity above the gill and produces a purple ink, and the opaline gland in the floor of the cavity under the gill produces a milky white viscous secretion called opaline. If a sea hare is threatened or attacked, a siphon inside its mantle cavity will pump one or both of these secretions out into the surrounding water to act as a decoy or a repellent. Number 4. Deep sea squid's not so lame tentacle. August brought us the first footage of the deep-sea squid species, Grimalditeuthis bomplandi, using a tentacle behavior not seen in any other squid. Filmed by researchers at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute in California, the footage solves the mystery of how G. bomplandi survives with no suckers, hooks, adhesive pads, or photospheres on its tentacle clubs. Turns out G. bomplandi is using its lame tentacle kind of like a fishing lure. And the researchers suggest that it works in 3 ways. Firstly, by waving its tentacle clubs around, G. bomplandi could instigate a flash of bioluminescence by other organisms in the surrounding water to lure its prey into the area. Secondly, the club movements create low-frequency vibrations that could attract certain prey animals such as crustaceans, fishes, and cephalopods. And finally, the tentacle club movements create a wake, which could cause prey to move towards it, thinking it's been produced by its own prey objects or a potential mate. Number 5. Australian squid eats sperm for better bodies and babies. In June, sperm consumption was reported for first time in female southern bottletail squids, a small species that lives in the shallow coastal waters of southern Australia. And it looks like these females are using the nutrient-rich ejaculate to maintain steady egg production and strong, healthy bodies. The larger females, on the other hand, consumed less sperm and were preferred by the males, probably because they pose less of a threat to their potential offspring. Number 6. Dog flipping over ball. We all know a dog who loves their ball, But this dog is so eager that they run right over the ball and do a complete flip. It may be scary for some who think the pup might be hurt, but once the pooch gets up and keeps chasing the ball, you know it's okay to laugh. Number 7. Nathan the Hairless Dancing Dog. Nathan the Hairless Dancing Dog took the internet by storm with a funny video of him dancing on a chair. Why does he do it? Probably because he has an itch and it feels nice, but it looks pretty funny, especially when set to music. Number 8. Dog Rats Out Friend. Who pooped in the kitchen? We all know who, thanks to the pup who didn't hesitate to rat out her buddy in this hilarious video. Number 9. Golden Retriever's Tennis Ball Tug of War. Things can get pretty heated when dogs fight over toys, but this fight is very tame. Neither Golden Retriever is gonna let go, but their buddy is there to ask, can't we all just get along? Number 10. Teasing the Talking Dog. Most of us don't like to tease our dogs, but what if they could talk? This hilarious dog video has been seen almost 200 million times on internet alone, and probably millions more from being reposted elsewhere. And that's because it's one of the funniest dog 12-second videos around. Number 12. Dog Slides Along the Snow. What is this pup doing? Do they want to cool off their belly? Are they just being silly? Whatever the reason, the person holding the camera timed it perfectly to watch this funny dog slide on by. Number 13. Squirrel Yoga. When you spend your days running up and down trees and hunting for nuts, it is important that you get your stretches done properly. This squirrel appears to have taken the advice to heart as it was caught doing yoga in a park in Lyon, France. The ginger climber can be seen stretching high towards the sky and even practicing some anti-gravity yoga from a tree trunk. The squirrel has come up with his own version of anti-gravity yoga, preferring to dig his claws into a tree rather than hang from the ceiling in a hammock. The red squirrel also demonstrated its acrobatic skills, leaping between trees, and attempted to grab a woman's handbag as she walked through the park. But it later came over all shy, burying its head in its hands and tucking it towards its chest as it sat on a tree branch. Number 14. Blue Tit comes face to face with cheeky squirrel squatting in his home. This is the kind of thing that would drive most people nuts. Coming home to find an unwanted visitor squatting in your place and refusing to move. That's exactly what this bird found in Frankfurt, Western Germany, when it came face to face with a squirrel. The unfortunate blue tit and the red squirrel eyeballed each other before. It appears the bird got frightened off. Number 15. A bit of privacy, please. Lion desperately tries to get away from cubs. Every parent needs a bit of quiet time at least once a day just to recover or to sleep. But it is really difficult for kids to understand this simple fact. They're always asking for attention. This lion would be happy to play with his cubs, but not now. It doesn't matter how adorable they are, the answer would be a firm no. The dad is tired. Give him some time, kids. That's all for today's video. Feel free to share any helpful information we've missed in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos from our channel. Thanks for watching and see you all soon.